Last time on the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown, Jamon snagged the first immunity buckle.
I don't know if the hat throw was appropriate, but I won.
Leaving Buck angry and frustrated with the way Jamon competed.
Jamon needs that immunity buckle because he has absolutely no ranching experience. What he did today, I got whipped in the face 3 times, and I don't care who you are, any cowboy is gonna think that's downright dirty.
The blue team banded together.
You guys ready? Yes, sir.
And got their first team win. The green team unraveled.
Oh, no, we got a big mess.
Diamond, I think that having you help...
Cowboy, you got it. Either me or Buck are smart enough to do it.
He wants to y'all me? You know, maybe it's about time that boy got some act right.
And their leader, Diamond Jim, was sent packing.
This was a timed competition.
Yes, sir.
Your plan was the wrong plan. Diamond, nobody questions your sand. But you're done here.
And now, 12 cowboys remain. Who will ride on, and who will be sent home in the next elimination? Only one will take home the $50,000 worth of cattle, the air-equipped 87 Series Q-Catch cattle chute, and their new Healer portable corral.
Who will win the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown?
Today, I'm summoning 12 cowboys to the hill pasture, where the next chapter in this fight to be the best will play out. Rule 1 is there is never time here to rest on your laurels. You need to show up and be ready for whatever we have in store for you.
So today's a new day. It's a new immunity buckle challenge. It's very important. We had to go to the arena last night and send one of our green team home. There's 12 of us left. Who knows what they're going to throw at us, but we got to be ready.
Morning, Mr. Trace.
How are you, sir? All right. Good. All right, Cowboys, in this immunity challenge, we're going to find out which of you has the most grit in a cowboy standoff. 2 cowboys will face off against each other, each 100 feet away on opposite sides of a chute. We'll release a steer, and the first one to rope it wins and moves on to the next round.
As a professional bull rider, I know that every time, I wouldn't care what other competitors said, all I had to do was ride my bull. The same thing here. I don't care what everybody else is doing, I don't care how they feel in the mornings and stuff like that. I'm here to win $50,000 worth of cattle. I'm not here to be nobody's best friend.
Top 3 will then face off against each other. The winner takes home the Outlaw Spirit Immunity Buckle and will be safe from elimination.
It's one cowboy versus one cowboy. Cowboy a cowboy.
Helping me judge today, I got my old buddy Buddy Snoffer and my old friend Cash Myers. We're gonna draw straws, see who goes first. Long straw picks their opponent.
This lets you pick the weakest link or your toughest opponent. It's up to you.
All right, who's got the long straw?
I got the long straw.
All right, Eddie, who do you want to go against?
I'll take Keaton. Keaton is a strong roper, and he's got a fast horse, and if I can't beat him, I can't beat any of the other guys. Let's go for number 1.
All right, who's got the long straw?
I got it.
All right.
I'm picking Jamon because Jamon plays dirty, man. I can't wait for that guy to get a little taste of his own medicine.
Who's your opponent, Chris?
Well, Ben, as all the slow horses are gone, I'm going to take on Stephen H. I've had it out for him for a couple days now. I feel like he's going to be real proud of himself, and I want to bring him down a notch.
All right, Cody, who you want to go against?
Stephen Yellowtail.
All right. Okay, Buck, who you want to go against?
Come on, Sal.
Uh-oh. And then, of course, Brianna's going to go against Coy. Y'all will go last.
Nobody picked me. Nobody's going to pick the strong opponent in this thing. Nobody wants to pick the guy that's going to beat them.
My dad drives my perfection. When we were kids, we had to do everything correctly. He'd come out in the roping pen. If we missed, we ran sprints. He's definitely with me in this competition, and he would expect me to win.
Equally distanced away from the chute, it will be speed and strategy to see who can rope the steer first.
All right, Eddie and Keaton, y'all are up.
For the last 12 years, I've been working a full-time job and not getting to cowboy as much as I want to, and it tears you down. It kind of feels like you've lost a part of yourself. And that's why I'm here, is to win this and be the ultimate cowboy champion and take these cows home and build it up and get back to who I truly am.
You ready? Go.
Keaton got a little better shot coming down the hill. He's gonna get there sooner. Eddie's coming in fast now. Let's see if he can get him.
Keaton got him on the first loop.
Keaton's the winner.
Up until now, today was the only day I've really got to pull my rope out and stick it on something. And I think I showed them that, hey, we can trust Keaton to go out there and pick something off.
All right, Sarah, Jamon, y'all are next.
My strategy is just to keep Jamon completely out of position so he can't even throw his rope. I'm gonna see how long it takes him to lose his mind.
She's probably gonna want to try to bump me around, but whatever. If her little paint horse can knock over my big dun horse, good to her. But I highly doubt that's gonna happen.
Go.
Ooh, steer kind of headed towards Sarah, but she's got to get there. Here comes Jamon. Sarah's gonna get first shot if she cuts him off. She cuts him off. Big steer, big move. Sarah's got a shot, but she misses. Here comes Jamon. He's got to get him right here. That steer's just loafing along, but he's got to get him rope on him. He got him roped. Jamon's got it done right there.
I think so.
We both run across the line on the first one to the cow. My mare never hooked to the cow. She just straight ran right past that thing, never tracked it at all. Steer drops right. Jamon throws his loop. That's it. I'm out.
Chris, Stephen H., y'all are up. Go.
Gates open. Ooh, this one's running, but he's coming towards.
Heads up, guys.
Coming back this way. Who's gonna get a shot at him? Ooh, he's going up the hill. It's gonna be tricky right here, but Chris has got a shot right here. He's gotta get him. He's got him. He's the man. Chris is the winner.
I cut him right off. Steer goes to my right. I get him roped right there. Done. He's done.
And now, there are 3 spots left.
Go.
Cody's got him.
Cody beats Stephen Yellowtail.
Buck's got him roped.
Buck beats Sal.
She threw it, got him, dallied up, turns. Brianna.
Yeah.
And Brianna beats Coy.
I think I have an advantage over the rest of the competition. I grew up in New Mexico. The wind blew all the time. It doesn't scare me a bit to rope in the wind.
You all are the top 6.
We're gonna draw straws again. It'll be the same deal as before. You can pick who your opponent's gonna be.
So in round 2, we move on with the top 6. What do you know? I draw the long straw. I turn right around and I look right at Jamal and I say, hey, you beat me at the first immunity challenge, but good luck trying to beat me this time. I'm coming for you.
Keaton chooses next and will stand off with Cody Anthony.
All right, and then last up, Brianna and Chris. All right, let's get ready.
I didn't grow up doing cowboy stuff. I'm a first generation cowboy. I grew up on a chicken farm. You know, I left the house when I was 17. I was at the bottom. To be the best, you gotta crawl your way to the top of the totem pole, and I'm here to do it.
Buck and Jamon. A little bit of bad blood with this crew right here.
Yeah, could go back to the immunity buckle challenge last time.
Yes.
Rope.
Are y'all kidding me? What he did today, I mean, that's downright dirty. I got whipped in the face 3 times. I mean, I'm just livid about this.
He was sure aggravated and upset about it, so we'll see if it plays to his favor or if it makes it harder for him.
So this isn't a rodeo, you know? Typically at a rodeo, you have to set by a certain set of standards. That's not this place. This is a challenge, this is a game, and I plan to do everything that I need to keep people safe, but win.
Buck's got a chance, he's getting closer, but got to get his horse in position. Got him in position, he's gonna get him lined out. Ooh, he missed.
Jamon with the comeback. He ropes it.
I think he's got him.
I really think that Jamon and Buck are gonna have slapping hands at one point in time.
That ain't cool.
Because that was almost really bad.
That was definitely dirty.
Jamon moves on.
I think Jamon reached over and grabbed Buck.
He's driving his horse to the right to where I can't get between him and that steer, but my horse is a little bit bigger, so I just kept shoving. My only thought is don't give him a good shot, push that steer away from him, either make him have to reach or make that steer set up and turn back the other way.
He had to crash into me while we was going 9-0 and play really, really dirty. But you know what? I don't blame him one bit because he can't beat me in a clean match.
All right, Keaton and Cody. Both these guys did good first time. Here they come. Man, looks like Cody's gonna get the first shot. He's cutting him off, but here comes Keaton going fast. Who's gonna get there first?
Cody's fumbling with his rope and Keaton charges right past him. He's got it.
I'm here to prove that us from Arkansas, we can cowboy with the best of them. If you're here to win it, you got to beat me first.
Last up in this round, Brianna and Chris.
Here they go. Brianna coming down the hill. She's gonna maybe get there sooner.
Brianna, it looks like.
This is getting close. She better get him right here.
Got him, I think.
Oh, she got him half head around the horns. Get him stopped. She got him. Brianna moves on.
She gets him rope. I throw my sucker in the dirt. I'm disappointed. My whole day's ruined. She whooped me bad. It's hard for me.
He never even had a shot.
No.
I'm telling you, man, I'm proud of her. This is great.
I'm not just an arena cowgirl. I grew up on a ranch. We ran hundreds of heads of cattle when I was a kid. Now me and my husband run hundreds of head of cattle. I would really like to take this home.
3 cowboys are left standing, Brianna, Jamon, and Keaton. It's a classic Western showdown. 1 steer in the middle, 3 top cowboys from this challenge left. Whoever ropes it first wins immunity and cannot be sent home.
All right, Jamon, Keaton, Brianna, y'all ready?
Final 3, here we go.
Go.
Here she goes.
Cow takes a hard right turn towards Jamon and Keaton.
Keaton's gonna get close.
Jamon and Keaton throw their loop.
Oh, Jamon's got a rope on her.
Who got their loop on first?
It's gonna be, we're gonna have to wait and see who's got her. Sir! Gonna have to wait and see who's got her. Hold her.
Whichever loop is on the bottom is the winner. Let's see.
Buddy's gonna ride in, check whose rope's on bottom.
Jamon, you the winner.
Jamon.
Jamon, he's the winner. 2-time.
You know, I thought I did really good to come in second. I put a loop on him about the same time Jamon did, but I should have won that. I should have.
This is one of the most well-earned immunity buckles I've ever handed anybody. Proud of you. Good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations.
Good job, Jamon.
Thank you. So I won my second immunity buckle. Feels really good. Not just the fact that I'm immune from getting sent home, but the fact that some of these people were trying me. I don't think that they knew I was capable or believe that I'm capable, or maybe they think it's luck. Who knows? But at the end of the day, like, I came here just to be as handy as they did.
Woo! All right.
Keep fighting. Eddie, you all right?
After winning his second immunity buckle, Louisiana cowboy Jamon Turner is out with Stephen Yellowtail looking over their prize cattle. So far, Jamon is the one to beat in this competition and is closest to the prize.
How many hours do you think you've spent in the saddle, maybe even just this year alone?
Man, I can't count that high. But no matter what you do, it's the time you put into it, and you got to be passionate about it. You know, like, I've got a degree in industrial engineering, but that's not what I want to do, you know?
I got 2 degrees that I don't use neither one of them. Like I said, I don't want nothing to do with that. I love what this culture, what this lifestyle has taught me. Ironically, both me and Stephen Yellowtail both have college degrees, neither of which we use. Who would have thought that we would have came together outside of our degrees based on passion? Nobody in my family, my immediate family, my mom and my dad, my sisters, nobody rodeos. Growing up, I always wanted to see the big lights of the pro rodeos and the PBR. It was just different from what I knew. You know, I grew up in the city, so I found a way. I hung around world champions. They raised me in this. I went to college finals a couple times, rodeoed the pro rodeo, went to the PBR, won over 85 buckles. Coming from where I come from, that's a feat. So winning $50,000 worth of cattle isn't just gonna change my life. I already have plans on how I'm gonna put this back into the community. One of my biggest passions aside from horses is kids. I spend time invested in them, teaching them how to ride, rope, all things agriculture, and they can have opportunity to do things that, you know, they never get a chance to in the city. I think that's part of cowboying, is cultivating the next generation. I think it's so cool that, you know, like, native culture that you guys have the access to, like your history and stuff like that, you know?
It's unreal how many people think Native Americans are dead.
Yeah.
You know, before I had long hair, you know, I'd go to an airport and Yellowtail, and they're giving me, this is a fake ID. I'm like, no, that's my last name. And, you know, like, oh, I thought you were all dead. And the only portrayal we ever get in any movies is the bad guy. And you know how it is too, bro. But you know, hey, we ranch too, we cowboy. We do the same stuff that everyone else does. Where I'm at on the reservation, it's everyone wants to be a cowboy. And I just think you have the inspiration that like the kids where I'm at need.
I feel like there's so many kids and so many men and women that look like me that just probably wouldn't even take these roads only because they didn't think it was possible. For a young kid growing up, it's super duper important to be able to see people that look like you be able to do the things that you love to do as well. It's inspiring. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, I don't care what race you are, this next generation coming up, they need to know how to take care of themselves, feed themselves regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
We all know now, like, we can't all be just buddy, love you to death, wish we could all make it.
No, because it's going to come down to a decision.
We're here to play, man.
If I would have gotten the pick, I was gonna come after you.
Why did you want to come after me?
Facts are facts. You told me that you hadn't done it as long as all of us had.
You think you can beat me?
I think I could beat you, and guess what? You proved me wrong.
You bet.
So the guy that ain't done it his whole life surprised you a little bit.
I do want to say,
That's Stephen H. He annoys me. I want to fight that kid so bad. I mean, I want to punch him in the nose, but I'm afraid he's going to send me home.
I do want to say about the whole competition, though, if I almost didn't run into guys pushing them cattle out, I think I'd have been a little bit more ahead. And I should have stopped and said, I want to rerun, because that was...
Yeah, sure. Well, I can cry about it, too. I mean, steer went left, went closer to her. She outrun me.
Absolutely.
But she beat me. Her horse was faster.
I've been working really hard to make a good reputation for the Becker name, because back home it means they're kind of hellions, you know? They kind of get into some trouble, from DUIs to wanting to fight. So what I'm really trying to achieve is just kind of turn that around, flip-flop it, and strive to be a better man, a better cowboy. But we're in a competition, and it's hard for me.
Boys, this was real, but I gotta go check on my horses.
Because I want to hit Stephen H. square in the jaw and knock him on his butt.
You want a cup to fidget with? So where'd you learn to cowboy like you do?
Oh, my dad. We grew up on a ranch in New Mexico, and like he pretty much showed me everything. We ran quite a few hundred head of cattle.
Well, obviously, man, we saw it today. He taught you how to cowboy, because man, that was some tough competition, and you did pretty good. I don't think you missed any loops out there, did you?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Threw two and caught two. You know, some little girls are raised as little princesses, I guess. And we was kind of kicked out and said, hey, you need to go be horseback. It's, 5:30 in the morning. I had a younger sister, and my mom left when we were pretty young. So I kind of took leadership role in the house because my dad was gone quite a bit. I mean, he was hard on us, but I mean, it made us good people for it.
Tough for sure.
Yeah.
Is your pop still around?
I lost my dad in 2014. He died of colon cancer.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was kind
Sorry to hear that.
It's kind of an unexpected deal. My dad's with me every day, no matter what I'm doing. It's never gonna stop hurting. And it's hard. Every day it's hard. Every day.
Yeah, I lost my pops this year. I mean, he was a cowboy for sure. He cowboyed down in south of the border,
Yeah.
northern portion of Mexico, and
Real cowboy.
yeah, brush country.
Yeah.
It was this weird thing, like he never called me a cowboy, and I always wanted to be like him, and I never got to hear it, but I hope just to make him proud through this, I'm sure he's up there watching, and
Oh, you're doing a good job of that.
I'm just hoping my kids see me like I saw my dad. Them two kids think I'm a cowboy, and I feel it too, and I'm trying to raise them the way I was raised. Just the cowboy way of life is like nothing else.
This competition is so important to me because my dad had cattle, he had a ranch, and we've been cowboying for generations, and I promise it will not end with me. So winning this contest is showing my dad that I'm cowboy enough, and it's giving me the resources for me to continue that legacy, to continue that heritage and that culture and that cowboy way of life. And I just want to give this to my kids.
I work a full-time job, and it's just rough trying to pay the bills and then go home and try to do cowboy stuff. I mean, me and my wife have been struggling for, I don't know, a good portion of 10 years to build our own little ranch. And man, just winning this competition would give me just the resources, and hopefully I can give that to my kids.
When I see somebody walking, doing a job like that, that ticks me off. If he didn't have that immunity buckle, he'd be running and working hard.
Hustle!
Morning. Cowboys, welcome to your next elimination challenge. As we can all see from the wind this morning, the weather's becoming more unpredictable and unstable every day.
This wind here in Wyoming, man, it is blowing today. It reminds me of New Mexico. You know, the wind just blows hard, it blows straight, and you can't find any relief from it. So I'm right in my element today.
We all know how quickly a storm can destroy a ranch. Every cattleman should have the climate on their mind, so today we're going to simulate what you have to do if a storm comes out of nowhere. We're going to do that in a relay race. You'll start the race right here. First cowboy will need to repair the broken corral. Next cowboy is going to need to chop 100 pounds of firewood. When they're finished, next cowboy will head out to gather up 10 cows, lead them back to the corral. Fourth cowboy is going to be hauling hay into the barn. Fifth cowboy is going to gather 5 colts and get them haltered. The last cowboy will pony those 5 horses into the diamond barn. The team that does this fastest will be safe from elimination, and somebody from the losing team is going home. Helping me again today, you know them, you love them, Buddy Schnaufer and Cash Myers. We call this challenge a Storm is Coming relay race. All right, we flipped a coin. Blue team, you're going first. Let's go.
We all know what we think we should all do, but what are we good at?
I could either cut wood or throw hay. I can do both.
There's nothing on here I don't think that I can't do, but I know nobody wants to do the hay, and I'll go ahead and step up and do the hay thing.
Well, I don't think I should catch the horses because I'm liable to lose my temper, and then that could go real south.
You know, I'm gonna take a back seat on this one. These guys want to act like they know what's up, then you take the lead. Because, buddy, I know where I need to be at all times. So ain't nobody got to tell Fody where to be at. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna let that lead guy stick his neck out a little bit and see how it goes.
You're driving nails.
I'll drive the nails.
What do you want to do, pony or catch?
Which one do you feel more comfortable with?
I feel more comfortable catching.
Okay.
Bucking hay, splitting wood. Sure.
I'm a whooping and a riding.
Let's try to get along on this one, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody play to your strengths, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
ready? Let's go.
All right, blue team, everybody knows what they're doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Storm's coming. Let's work.
Get it, get it, get it.
Chris hustles to repair the broken corral fence.
I'm the first one up, and you want to talk about the pressure.
I'm very underestimated. Everyone thinks I'm just a ranch hand walking in the shadow of the big guy. I'm 140 pounds, 28 years old, looked at as a kid, but do not underestimate. I can walk circles around men. I've done jobs of grown men since I was 12 years old. There ain't a guy here that can stand with me.
It's all right, take your time. Take your time. Slow and smooth, smooth as fast. Take your time.
Man, good job driving that one.
Make those hits count. You got it, bud. Last couple hits. Come on, you're there. Come on, Chris. You're good. Come on,
You gotta go get back on.
Yeah.
Now, who's gonna drive the wood?
Eddie's next. He's got 100 pounds of wood to chop.
I'm here to win this. It's a competition, but it's life-changing.
There you go.
Good job right there. One whack, one split.
When you go home with 50 head of cattle, you live a different lifestyle.
Nice job, Eddie.
It's for my kids, it's for my wife. I know she's busting her tail at home. I know she's raising my boys right.
You're good. Keep breathing, brother.
Now he's getting tired. He's really hit every piece.
I have to fight for this $50,000 worth of cattle.
You got it, man.
You got it.
Keep fighting.
You're about done, Eddie. You about got it whipped.
Keep fighting.
Good.
Winded but not out, Eddie gave it everything he had. Sarah's up.
Yeah. There you go. This is your time, girl. Go ahead.
Eddie is still feeling the pain.
I'm feeling my body just kind of starting to get numb, my fingertips, my toes.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Eddie, you all right? Eddie, you all right?
Eddie, say something. Say something. What's going on right now? What's going on with you? Can't help you unless you tell me.
Hey, hold on. I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hang on.
At that moment, I mean, the only thing that I care about is making sure that guy is completely okay. Lean back against me. Lean back against me.
You know, I ran out of oxygen. I mean, I'm used to 600 feet in elevation. I'm at 6,000 feet in elevation. I ran out of gas, and it whooped me. I feel like I let my team down.
Sarah's continuing her leg of the race, rounding up 10 head of cattle.
Climb that gate, come on.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Help, 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 help.
Sarah's almost done, and Eddie is back in action.
Come on, let's go!
Coy's up. He's got to move 25 bales of hay to the horse stall.
There's no air up here. I knew this elevation was going to be a problem, but I picked this event because I knew I could dig down deep and drive. That way my other team members could do their strong suits.
Come on, boys. Let's go!
He's tossing all the bales down before moving them into the stall.
For me right now, I know I'm digging down deep, getting down in there where that grid is, and pulling through this right now.
Come on, 21 more and you got this, man. That ain't nothing.
It's all right. You're all right.
My hands are cramping, my arms are jello. This is that time I gotta dig down deep. My team is depending on me, so I have to keep pushing forward.
Come on, this is the last bit of it. Yeah, get two of them. Woo! Yeah! Come on, get on this Baylor!
Keep fighting.
It took time, but he got it done.
Come on, Yellowtail!
And Stephen Yellowtail's off to catch and halter 5 loose horses.
For this challenge, the wind is screaming. It is blowing. We're getting 40-mile-per-hour gusts. Whenever there's a change in weather and a drop in pressure, it affects how they act.
This horse hobbled, ain't helping anything. Oh no. This horse is running them off. This ain't good.
Even though this is a timed event, I take the time to get that horse settled back down. So I'm shortening up, you know, I get him snubbed up and I get to the point where I can touch him.
It's costing time, but he's showing real horsemanship here.
Yeah, when he got them spread out and going fast, it started poorly at the beginning, you know. He did a good job. He got them all caught, got them haltered. Come on, bring her home.
Good job, Yellowtail!
Go get him, Cody!
Come on, Cody!
Cody's off and on the way to get the 5 horses into the Diamond Barn.
4 lead ropes,
He's
5
got
lead
5
ropes,
lead
all in
ropes.
one hand. Let's
There
see,
he
he's
goes.
gonna take them all together. He's gonna lead them all at once. Good job right there, Cody.
Nice, cowboy! That's the cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. That way, be smart!
He's got each horse in the stall. Now he just needs to close the doors and get back to his team to stop the clock.
That's time.
All right, blue team, you got it done. We'll lick our wounds and meet in the arena at sundown.
Is there anybody here that right off the bat knows what they want to do?
Yeah, I want to throw hay.
You want to throw hay? What do you
Put
want?
me on the wood.
You on the wood?
I'll fix the fence.
I wanted to go gather these cattle up.
Yep.
I'd go lead those horses in this barn.
Okay.
that's
That
easy
puts me
peasy.
as catching the horses, is that right?
Yeah. Well, that didn't take long.
That's the green
Yeah. Let's do this.
2, 3,
So with Diamond Jim being gone now, I tell you, you know, me and my team, right after elimination, we had an awesome talk. We're gonna work together and get this challenge won. We're gonna be unstoppable.
All right, green team, storm's coming. Go.
You know, I wanted to go first in this deal because I think I can really set the pace on this.
Brianna's on her way to fix the broken corral.
I've built a lot of fence. My dad had us out driving T-post at a young age, but
the hammer was pretty small, so I ended up picking up like a flat rock to try to get a little bit more oomph.
Oh, she got a rock. She got herself
Come on,
hit
Bree,
that
keep
thing.
going. You're on. Dig deep. You got it.
Don't quit.
I'm not sure this is her brightest idea.
This has turned out to be a lot more difficult than she hoped it'd be.
I think she got her finger pretty good there.
My finger got between the nail and the rock. I mean, I'm in a lot of pain right now.
It's times like this when I would think about what my dad would say.
Oh man, she's tough.
He never told us to give up, ever.
She's gonna stay with it. She's gonna stay with it. Yeah, Bree!
Swing that hammer!
Come on, Bree, find that fire! Stick with one,
got
Bree,
it.
just finish
Dig
it,
it in.
Gary! She's gonna give up on the nail and go to the tie rope.
Brianna is tying the fence together rather than using the nail. We'll see how that holds up.
I'll be all right.
I split a mini of wood my day, lots of ricks. I wish I had a cow for every rick of wood I've cut, because then I wouldn't have to be here.
Keaton's on fire. This Arkansas cowboy knows how to chop wood.
Use them Jeremiah Johnson arms.
Look at him go.
Come on, Mungo! Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, Keaton.
Sal's up.
There's 10 cattle. Do I have to kind of find that sweet spot of fast, but not too fast? Come on, cows! Up! Up!
Sal's got the cattle together in no time. This trip from the pasture to the pen is showing off his skill.
There we go.
Cowboy, cowboy!
Boogie, boogie, boogie. Go.
He's got the immunity buckle, but Jamon's doing one of the harder jobs.
I know for a fact that I'm the most physically fit person on my team, so I think that this obstacle is good for me.
You got this!
Hustle, you got it, Jamal!
You got this!
I know it's hard, man! You gotta go!
Come on!
You gotta go!
You got this!
When it starts getting a little bit tough, he starts slowing down.
I know it's tough. Come on, dude. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
When I see somebody walking, doing a job like that, that ticks me off.
I know it sucks, but we need to move. We need to get them feet moving and get going.
Come on, Jamon!
If you ain't running, you better be passed out, because that is when you gotta dig deep and be strong. But because he has immunity, he did not do that.
He's got the last bell needed to finish his leg of the race.
Come on, Buggy.
Now Stephen Heitman racing to gather and halter 5 loose horses. Jamon definitely reached his limit.
Oh my goodness.
Wind is blowing like crazy, so we gotta really hustle and get tough about it.
They're standing right there good.
We gotta get this done.
Stephen has the horses halted in a hurry. He's tying the horses together in a single pack line. Let's see if he can lead them out.
Good job, the bay over there on the sides. One sorrel's not one to come up lead very good. Now we got a problem.
Stephen is costing his team a lot of time right now.
That's enough. I gotta change my game plan because this sure isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to tie them up to the fence individually, just to be safe.
They are not tied together. The white horse pulls back. Get on it.
You got this!
Dude.
Last up is Buck. He's got together the horses Stephen haltered and lead them back to the diamond barn and into the stalls.
I adapted to my situation. I didn't take all 5 at once because I knew I had a couple in there that pull back.
Good job, Buck. Just keep
Buck,
moving
you
on,
got
bud.
this.
It maybe wasn't as fast as I wanted it to be, but if I had lost a horse and they got loose, then I was gonna be in a wild goose chase flying down the road roping something. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I do not want Trace pointing his finger at me again and saying, I want you gone.
Come on, Buck. Yeah.
And Buck's coming to the finish line now.
Whoa, great.
Nice time. Good job. Got her done.
All right, green team, you got it done. I'm gonna confer with Buddy and Cash. We're gonna talk about all this. We'll get the wounded tended to. I'll see you in the arena at sundown.
I think this is the highest the stakes have been. I mean, everyone pulled their weight, everyone worked so hard. I have no idea who to tell the judges if they ask me. It's elimination night and stakes are high. I think this is the highest the stakes have been because I was the one that slowed our team down. Eddie worked so hard, I mean, he almost hospitalized himself. Cody used his head. Sarah, she was calm, cool, collected. Chris, I mean, everyone pulled their weight. Everyone worked so hard. I have no idea who to tell the judges if they ask me.
So I just got back from the hospital. Fingers broke, stitches.
Hey.
Wow. Pride's a little hurt. Let my team down today.
Well, what's the word?
I got 15 stitches and the end of my finger's crushed.
Oh. Was it with a hammer or somewhat a rock?
When I picked up the rocks when I did it, because the hammer was not getting the job done. I failed him. I should have gotten that done faster. So if we lost and if I go home, I can't say that I disagree one bit.
I mean, you didn't quit trying, and you could have said, hey, I'm hurt, pull me out of this deal, but you stayed there until all of us got our jobs done before you ever walked out.
Yeah.
So, kudos.
Yeah.
You know, things started out super smoothly today, but then these horses started to not cooperate with me, and I'm worried my name's on the chopping block. For the first time in this whole competition, I'm nervous. I have a feeling I might be going home tonight.
Good evening. Today's challenge was called A Storm Is Coming. We're in this arena tonight because the storm came. Now we're gonna sort out how much damage the storm did. Jamon, you've got the immunity buckle and you're safe from elimination. Take your rightful place on the fence. All right, I wanna talk to the blue team just a second. Everybody okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all right, Eddie?
Yes, sir.
That was a lot of heart.
It was a task, for sure.
Yeah. I know y'all had y'all's challenges. Yeah, it don't really matter, though. Time doesn't matter tonight. Because one team didn't finish the challenge. Blue team, go sit on the fence. You're safe from elimination.
Good job, blue team.
Good job, guys.
Looking down on the green team, there is no place that I'd rather be than sitting on this fence.
We just wanted to say, Keaton and Sal, we got no problems, you two. Go sit on the fence.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. There are 3 of you here. 1 of you is going home. All right. So it's down to you 3. When I said that one team didn't finish the challenge, what do you think I'm talking about?
It's probably my area. Fixing the fence.
Look at this one. It's just fell all the way through. It was just barely propped up there.
That ain't gonna hold no cattle in a storm.
Yeah, these nails aren't in. This job was not completed. Them cows are gonna be out. I mean, there's no way we can call this part of the challenge completed.
Well, Brianna, there were several nails that weren't even driven in. I don't even know if they were touching the post behind the rail. You tried to tie it up with a piece of rope, and it just wasn't fixed. Brianna didn't finish the job, but that doesn't necessarily mean she should go home. Your allocation of manpower was way off.
So being the second biggest guy here, I figured I'd go sling hay, you know. Jamon stepped up and he said, I really want to do the hay.
You think Jamon held y'all up on the hay?
I do believe so, Trace.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Would it surprise you to know that he did it faster than Coy did? Coy almost had a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That would surprise me.
Stephen, why'd you end up being in the spot you were in? Do you think everything went pretty smooth for you out there?
No.
What'd y'all see?
The tying him around the neck and trying to lead him out like a pack team was really risky because he didn't know those horses. He didn't know if they'd ever had anything done like that, didn't know how much they'd been led. I get that it was a faster attempt to do it, but it was a big risk because if it goes bad, it goes bad, and it goes bad in a hurry.
Buck, you think you top hand on this crew?
Yes, sir.
Which part of this relay do you think was the hardest one to do?
Chunking hay.
What do you think would have been the easiest one to do?
Well, taking those horses back to the barn.
That's what I kind of thought too. Made me kind of wonder why top hand on the crew chose to do the easiest part of the whole thing. And you made 2 trips. You went and got 3 horses. Went and got 2 horses. I wish you could have seen what Cody did. He looked like something out of a movie. Came back with all 5 of them horses, rode straight into the barn, dismounted, closed the gate, done deal. Beautiful thing to see.
Thank you.
It was a good cowboy. Buck, I think that was poor planning, poor allocation of manpower right off the get-go. You had the wrong people in the wrong places. But, Brianna, today, that fence wasn't fixed.
I mean, I was doing what I thought I could do to get it done.
You did. I got no question about you saying, no question about how much grit you got, and you are one gutsy competitor. But you done here.
Yes, sir.
Gotta be personal, such a trip.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Pleasure meeting you, Mel. You
Yes,
did a
sir.
good job.
Tough luck. You did good.
Yes, sir. Well, I got eliminated. Trace said I didn't get the job done. He was right. I mean, I should have been in a different position today, but I think I did everything in my ability in that challenge. I mean, I had a crushed finger. I just kept pushing through. One mistake can send you home, and it did today. But you know what? Everybody that's home watching is gonna be proud of me. Everybody that's upstairs watching is gonna be proud of me. Nothing's gonna stop me.